because so the digital revolution, the mobile phones, have completely changed the meaning and the making of documentaries worldwide, not only in the Arab world. Maybe there was a similar situation when photography completely changed the meaning and function of painting. Today everybody can shoot something. So, but what about the attitude of the real filmmakers also in the Arab world? How did the digital revolution influence the filmmaking of the revolution? How YouTube completely changed the documentary filmmaking in the Arab world? So maybe this is a question for Hala Galal. Hala Galal can stay with us only 30 minutes because she's also a member of a jury. She has to go because she has a jury meeting pretty soon.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for leaving early. I will speak about my own thoughts, and please excuse my English. As a filmmaker, I was really emotionally, let's say, involved too much in what we call revolution in our country. So I couldn't really report about what is happening. But I respect very much what my colleagues did about reporting everything, a single thing, because it saved our lives. It talks to others about what is happening when our television was dying all the time. And when all the international televisions were also manipulating in kind what is happening. So all the people, and also my parents are journalists, so I don't have anything against being journalists, and I respect that very much. But when I start my career as a filmmaker, it was exactly because I didn't want to be a journalist. So reporting what is happening is a dilemma that we are, it's a trap that we find ourselves in it in a way. We cannot do anything else because without this footage we could be killed and rest in peace. So we don't want to rest in peace. Or at least if we have been killed, all of us, we don't want the world to rest in peace after all these massacres that happens in our country. So it was important to report about it. And the other problem that facing a documentary filmmaker, if he doesn't want to be a reporter, is how to, as Fiona Shafiq was saying exactly, the reality was beyond all the imagination. As a terrible reality and also as a good one. There was something good about what happens. Every difficulty that we face really bring out from everyone something very good in a moment and also something very bad. So we are facing a big conflict and difficulty to have a better imagination than what is happening. And as all the filmmakers, I have a story about what happens, but I'm not sure if I dare to show it or to shoot it, let's say. I'm working on a film, but I'm not sure if I will be ever able to shoot it. It's very, it hurts a lot when you have all these memories. I'm not sure that I want to keep it. So I'm not quite sure if I want to make a film now about what I saw. It was more than terrible. So, but what happens on the YouTube was good. What happens about what the people who really make like documentaries about what happens, they really kept this memory, and it's important. They kept the truth, at least their truth, what they saw, what they really feel, and this is important. Also, I have to say something before finishing. I was part of what we call the independent filmmakers in Egypt. And I have to admit that it didn't have a real concrete meaning, even in our minds. We were just not wanting, we didn't want to cooperate with the system. Not the official television, not even the producers, the independent producer who used to, the businessman who used to work with the system. And it wasn't, I cannot say that it was a political statement. It was just that we invent our own parallel illusion, our world, and we were like on a Facebook, on Twitter, and making low-budget films on video, screening in festivals, and it was like a very underground movement that doesn't have anything to do with creating a style of cinema. It was just refusing to deal with what was happening in our country in the 10 years before the revolution. And all of a sudden, when the revolution happened, as if it explained to us what we were doing. We recognized that we don't belong to this system, and it was from the first beginning as if it's clear to us that we are in the other side, we are playing with the other team, we are playing in the public side, and that makes us believe that the cinema, I want you to know that I believe that the cinema is not a taboo or a sect. Everybody can make a film. I understand that anybody can make a film. Still, we have to be waiting for nice films, good films, the films that touch our heart. But I don't believe that it is a profession like close to kind of people. So what the YouTube did, it proves this also. Everybody who has a mobile, he just had footage and he edited and he put it on YouTube. And we find very nice film and we find terrible things. So this is what I believe, that it's an open invitation to everybody to make films about anything they want, and if they can, I mean, because sometimes it's very hard to really talk about things happening when you don't have the whole picture and you don't even understand everything that happened and you are hurt so much. So that's it.
So I think we have seen many films about revolution, about democracy, struggle for democracy in the Arab world, and we have seen many demonstrations. So I'm just wondering which could be the strategy for the filmmakers in order to talk a little bit deeper about the revolution and about the future of these regions. Could we say that the slogan, the more personal, the more politic, would represent a good attitude? The more personal, the more political.
Yeah, I can agree on this very much, because when you, the word revolution is a bit funny, because it's a word normally I don't like the words like activist, revolution, this is a system guy. I mean, the labels, they just limited our mind, and they just resume what is behind things. So I don't know what is the word revolution means. I don't like to use the word spring, Arab Spring. I see it like a winter, and I see it like an international winter. It's not a spring, and it's not only Arab. I'm sorry. So yes, if you are more personal, I myself, when I think about what happens, why I was in the street the 25th of January without any reason, I wasn't in a political party. I wasn't at all dealing with what is happening in my country. I was all the time saying, as all my friends, we don't deal with political things. We don't have to do anything with political issue. We don't care about what is happening. We are doing films. So in the 25th of January, all of us, without having a big decision, we went to the street. And we were beating, and we lost dear friends and members of our families. A lot of our friends lost their eyes and their hands, and it becomes like we realize that it is a style of life now. It's not an action that we start and stop. It's a situation or it's a place that you are choosing. It's a choice to be against every unjust single thing in our life from now and forever. So the women issue are important, the children issue, the poor people, and it's all over the whole world. It's not only in our country. A lot of young fellows from Egypt, they left the square after Mubarak left, and they went to Benghazi to continue fighting against Gaddafi, and they make, two of them did make a marvelous film about this, and they call it Tahrir Benghazi. Tahrir means liberation, the word and the place also. And it's not about chauvinism of Arab nation, it's all related. I mean, you cannot be fighting against the injustice in your country as a woman and as a poor person and as a young fellow, and then not being related to what happens in Syria and in Libya and in Greek and in New York, I mean, and in Iran, of course, for above all. So, I don't know if I answered the question. I'm sorry. The television to see is the BBC is reporting about Egypt, and I don't find it because, of course, what is happening in Syria is more important. So I'm scared. And with the other hand, when I see all these footages about the killed people on YouTube, I'm scared also because I'm saying to myself, now people will get used to this footage and they will not be touched anymore. So between these two fears, we have to make like a very sensitive balance, because the footage can really kill the importance of our feelings about the crime. When we saw all the time these footages of people who are killed, and we get used to this as if it is okay. And people, I'm glad that in Egypt till now the people are scared when 5 people are killed. I mean, and they feel that this is a catastrophe. And when I see what is happening in Syria, I'm like deeply shocked, because the whole world is just saying, alhamdulillah, now it's 200, not 300 like yesterday. And this is very scary. And the footage may play a very evil role in this matter. So I think as a filmmakers, all of us, we should, and as a reporters and journalists, we should think about this all the time, this balance between reporting everything and not reporting. I mean, that's